What's good with y'all boys and girls? It's your boy TWEEZY. This shit is too easy, man. We got Jeffrey Dahmer. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and add my socials. But we got Jeffrey Dahmer, man. The crazy, psychopathic, murderer, killer, whatever y'all want to call him, man. I ain't never watched this interview. Inside Edition had like a little, snippet of what he was saying back then, I guess. So we gonna watch what he was saying, dissect this shit, and that's it, bro. Fuck it. Let's get into it.
Desensitize myself to it. I don't know. I went to great lengths.
He is pure evil, but you'd never know it by looking at him. But when you hear him, that's another story. His killing field was Milwaukee, and he got away with murder for more than a decade. But how could any of this happen? For the first time ever, Nancy Glass is here inside the world of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Bill, when I sat down opposite Jeffrey Dahmer for this interview, I wondered what he would tell me, how hard it would be to get him to discuss his horrific crimes. What I found was that he was very forthcoming. He volunteered details that may be difficult to hear. I began by asking what he wanted from the men he picked up.
I had these obsessive desires and thoughts wanting to control them, to, I don't know how to put it, possess them permanently.
And that's why you killed them.
Right, right. Not because I was angry with them, not because I hated them, but because I wanted to keep them with me. And as my obsession grew, I was saving body parts such as skulls and skeletons.
Jeffrey Dahmer is
You can tell, really, you can tell that he was doing some fucked up shit though. Even though he feel like he wasn't in the wrong, he was doing something he wanted to do. He wanted to do this shit, gang. I'm telling you, he wanted to do this shit.
recalling his monstrous past. Almost 2 years ago, in this little apartment in Milwaukee, police discovered the grisly remnants of one of the most horrible crime sprees in American history. Jeffrey Dahmer, an unassuming chocolate factory worker, would eventually confess that he had seduced, murdered, and dismembered 17 young men. He even ate some of his victims' body parts. He instantly became the center of worldwide media attention, a serial killer unmasked. There were protests and press conferences in Milwaukee as people tried to understand how this could have happened in their midst. How did Jeffrey Dahmer get away with murder after murder for 13 years? How did a boy born into a hard-working middle-class family turn into the worst kind of monster imaginable?
And that's the thing, it's some people that just want to do retarded shit. Like they just said, his people was in the middle class. Like he wasn't struggling, he wasn't in no struggling, place. You know what I'm saying? He was in a middle class home. But he decided to do what he did. Like, you feel me? I don't think it's a problem of the poor versus the rich and the middle class. I think it's just some people just do retarded shit and they know they doing retarded shit. That's why they have to hide. They hide. A lot of people that do retarded shit like this, they have to hide, bro.
This exclusive interview, we put those questions to Jeffrey Dahmer himself. We met with him at the maximum security prison where he is serving his sentence of 999 years. For the first time, he talks about his crimes and gives us a chilling look inside the mind of a serial killer.
It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. When you depersonalize another person and view them as just an object for pleasure instead of a living, breathing human being, it seems to make it easier do things you shouldn't do.
The reason why Jeffrey Dahmer was able to get away with his crimes was because of just what you are
You see what
seeing.
he said? It seems to make it easier. It's like he know he was doing wrong, but he wanted to make himself think that it was kind of like gonna be all right. Everything gonna be all right, but he knew he was doing wrong. That's why he said that shit, bro. You gotta really read between the lines. These people know they doing wrong, bro. Don't let these niggas fool you, bro. They know they doing some stupid shit.
Here, Jeffrey Dahmer is intelligent and articulate. That is what makes him so frightening. But if you listen carefully to his words throughout this interview, you realize it is a thin disguise.
You do sound, though, like the kind of person who could have said to himself, "This is wrong. I must stop."
I always knew that it was wrong, but
You see what I said? I told y'all, bro. He knew it was wrong. But what he saying? He finna say that he didn't care. He didn't care that was, you know what I'm saying? He made it seem like he was right in his head.
after the first killing was not planned. I was coming back from the shopping mall back in '78. I had fantasies about picking up a hitchhiker and taking him back to the house and having complete control and dominance over him.
The hitchhiker's name was Stephen Hicks. He was just 18. Jeffrey Dahmer took him to his parents' house. There he strangled him with a barbell. He dismembered the body and hid it in a drain pipe.
First of all, I think most of these, well, I'm not sure if all of them were, I know that most of them were, you know what I'm saying, part of the LGBT, you know what I'm saying, community. So, I mean, like, it was easy for him to get these guys because that shit is so wild, man. That shit is so
It was
wild.
Jeffrey Dahmer who
Crazy.
gave those details to the police in his confession.
Don't let student loan debt hold you back. Refi at SoFi.com. You could save thousands and get to your goals faster. SoFi, get your money right.
No one had a clue as to what was happening for over a decade.
During that time, Jeffrey Dahmer joined the Army and was sent to Germany. He was eventually discharged for a drinking problem and returned to Ohio. 9 years after Stephen Hicks' murder, the killing began again.
What happened to you in the 9 years in between that you were able to stop, that you were able to control yourself?
It just wasn't an opportunity to fully express what I wanted to do. There was just not the physical opportunity to do it then. And I started, when I moved to Milwaukee in '81, I started reading pornography, going to the bookstores. Eventually that led to frequenting the gay bars. And then one time I brought this young man back to the hotel room, the Ambassador Hotel. Was just planning on drugging him and spending the night with him. I had no intention of hurting him. When I woke up in the morning, he had a broken rib here.
So he part of the LGBTQ community also. I didn't know that. He's somebody he was gonna sleep with him. I think the LGBT community as a whole is a mental illness. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just gonna come clean and say it, bro. I believe it's a mental illness. Shut up, bro. Need help. If you need help, just say that. Like it's okay to like get help. You know what I'm saying? Like mentally, it's okay. Like it's okay to accept the fact that it's fucked up that what you're doing is wrong. People don't want to admit that though.
I was heavily bruised. Apparently I had beaten him to death with my fists.
And you have no memory
I
of it?
have no memory of it. But that's what started the whole spree all over again.
Dahmer says he snuck the corpse of his victim, Stephen Toomey, out of his hotel room in a suitcase. Then he took it to his grandmother's house, where he cut up the body and put it in plastic garbage bags.
When you killed these men, afterwards, were you repulsed? Were you upset?
No, at the time, it was almost addictive. It was almost a surge of energy. I wouldn't have to worry about any of their needs or anything. I just had complete control of the situation.
But Jeffrey Dahmer was out of control. The urge to kill had overpowered him. As police later learned, he wasn't satisfied with his victim's death. He wanted more.
Why did you photograph them?
It was my way of remembering their appearance, their physical beauty. I also wanted to keep something. If I couldn't keep them there with me whole, at least I felt that I could keep their skeletons.
That's what a lot of people like that do. They try to keep something. Like some people even keep their faces. They take their face off and try to keep their faces and shit, or like pieces of their skin or body, and they keep it like in a jar or some shit. Like on some weird, like crazy shit, bro. This dude, like, pure, like, needed help, bro. He needed help a long time ago. He never seeked it. He needed help a long time ago. He never tried to go get help. And his shit, he just got worse and worse till he started doing that shit.
And I even went so far as planning on setting up an altar with the 10 different skulls and skeletons.
And what was the purpose of the altar going to be?
As a sort of memorial. A point where I could, I don't know. It's so bizarre and strange, it's hard to describe. A place where I could collect my thoughts and feed my obsession. When
the bodies were still in your apartment, there was no time when you would see them and say, this is grotesque, what have I done?
There were times, but the compulsive obsession with doing what I was doing overpowered any feelings of revulsion.
This man with a quiet, almost shy demeanor became a master manipulator who was able to lure strangers he met at...
But I think that goes to all, like, people that intentionally murder people. Like, the feeling of them wanting to murder the person overpowers their senses. Like, they still know that they're about to do something wrong. Like, even, like, gangbangers, when they, you know what I'm saying, shooting and doing all this stuff to each other, they know they're doing something wrong, but they feeling of, you know what I'm saying, taking that other person's life, it feels better than the consequences or his moral judgment.
Gay bars to his apartment. He was even able to con the police into returning a 14-year-old boy to him after neighbors called 911 upset that the child was in the street naked and bleeding. Dahmer convinced the police that he and the boy were simply having a lover's quarrel.
It's an intoxicated boyfriend of another boyfriend.
Well, how old was this child?
It wasn't a child, it was an adult.
After the police left, Jeffrey Dahmer murdered that boy, Conorak Synthesome. This man says he had a near-fatal encounter with Jeffrey Dahmer.
He wanted to take some picture of my back. He hit me with a rubber hammer on my neck.
He was lucky to escape because by then the killing had become almost routine.
Before you went out to pick up a man, was there any kind of ritual you went through?
I'd go to the nightclubs, drink, watch the striptease shows, and if I didn't meet anyone at the bars, I'd go to the bath clubs and meet someone there, offer them money, and we'd go back to the apartment, have a few drinks. I'd have the sleeping.
First of all, for people in America to get back on track with that mentality, we have to take away all this LGBT, you know what I'm saying, shit, bro. We shouldn't have no gay bars. We shouldn't have that. That shouldn't be a thing. We shouldn't have sh- gay strip clubs and shit like that. Like, or like any movies and shit that promoting anything that's gay. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that. Like, a movie shouldn't have a gay couple walking around doing shit. Like, that's just stupid. Like, whoever is in control of all this shit, they doing this shit on purpose to make people feel like they doing something that's okay. And they know it's not, bro. They everybody know it's not okay. But we are being desensitized to be like, oh, if it ain't got nothing to do with me. Shit, just stay away from me. I don't care. Nah, we shouldn't be like going after this shit. Like, they destroying this shit is destroying America, bro. If we whether you want to like it or not, bro, this shit is really like destroying America from the inside out, bro. Telling you, bro. It's destroying people's souls. Don't forget, it don't matter what religion you is, there's still a God. And like, you want to do right in all aspects of life. Not trying to make an excuse of why you doing this. I feel like I like this person because it's the way I was born. Come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. For all these people that do this, you know what I'm saying, shit, man. Like, a guy is gonna be more. Listen, guys gonna understand guys more, right? A girl gonna understand a girl more. That don't mean you supposed to be in relationships, like sexually, with said guy or girl if you're the same sex. Does that make sense? You supposed to find your yin and yang in the other gender. You supposed to find the yin and yang in the other gender. That's what make love love. Cause you can find a male and a woman, and you can find a woman and that male, and y'all can come together as one. Like, and it's that's the beauty of love. Love is not going with the same gender. Y'all just understand each other. How y'all think. You supposed to find a male that understand how you think, and a girl supposed to find a man supposed to find a girl that understand how he think. A girl supposed to find a man that understand how she thinks, and they come together and they make each other better, mentally, spiritually, do everything right to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying, make each other grow and be a better person together. You know what I'm saying? You don't. The thing is, these days I feel like women don't want a male to tell them how to be as a better woman. So they look for other women to be just like them, and they get with other women and they call themselves lesbian. But no, that's not how it's supposed to work. A male supposed to teach a woman how to be a better woman for a male, and a woman supposed to teach a male how to be a better male for that woman. It's just that simple. It's not rocket science. I feel like people making this shit harder. And they be like, oh, these men don't understand me. Or these women don't understand me. Man, shut your ass up, bro. That goofy ass shit.
Pill mixture already prepared. Person would drink
I
it,
just had to
fall
say that.
asleep, and that's when they would be strangled.
Watching the movie Exorcist 3 was also part of his ritual. It put him in the mood for murder.
I felt so hopelessly evil and perverted that I actually derived a sort of pleasure from watching that tape.
Parents of children who play Roblox. If your child was sexually exploited,
Did you like feeling evil?
No, I didn't. But I had tried to overcome the thoughts, and it worked for a while, but eventually I gave in.
While Jeffrey Dahmer may say things today that make it seem like he understands what went on in his mind, he does not. All he can do is tell you what happened, but he cannot stop whatever it is that drove him to kill in the first place.
Do you still feel those same urges? Do you still feel that compulsion, that obsession.
Just doing retarded shit. He know what drove him to it. Retardedness. Stupidity. Thinking you above the program. That's what drove him to that shit. It's simple. It's just like almost as if like when a person like say and this is just an example, like hopefully you can extrapolate this shit from your mind. Say when a vegan says don't kill a cow. I mean, we don't have to kill cows to eat. We can eat plants and shit, but we still kill that cow because we want to. But we all shouldn't be killing animals, period. Like, you feel me? And then you can go to the extreme of it. He think it's okay to kill humans. But he know it's not okay to kill humans in his head, but he want to make sure he wants to do it. He just wants to do it. Just like when you know what I'm saying, eating bacon and shit. You know what it took to get that bacon. They had to kill a pig to eat so you can get that bacon. We don't even have to eat meat. We can really eat just, you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's something that we really doing something wrong as humans is we killing other animals to eat them. But he thought, but he went to the extreme of it. It's like a more extreme version, but we all doing something that's inherently wrong that we know is wrong, but we don't care because we like the taste of the food. That makes sense? Hope that makes sense.
I wish I could say that it just left completely, but no, there are times when I still do have the old compulsions.
Jeffrey Dahmer says as time went on, his mind became more and more warped, and yet he was clever enough to continue to elude police and lure young men to his apartment. We should warn you, the details are very graphic.
I started having these obsessive thoughts when I was about 15 and 16, and they got worse and worse.
What were your fantasies about?
They were sexual fantasies of control, power, complete dominance. They became reality.
Was there pleasure in that fantasy?
There was excitement, fear, pleasure, all mixed together.
Jeffrey Dahmer fulfilled his fantasies by murdering and dismembering 17 young men. In time, his desires became more extreme, his deeds more grotesque. Listen to him talk about the most unnatural things in the most matter-of-fact of ways. That's when you realize that none of it has touched him.
I was branching out. That's when the cannibalism started, eating of the heart and the arm muscle. It was a way of making me feel that they were a part of me. At first it was just curiosity, and then it became compulsive. Then I tried to keep the person alive by inducing a zombie-like state.
Yeah, this dude completely off the wall, bro. Completely off the wall type of guy. Yeah, he don't. They don't need to let this nigga out, bro.
State. By injecting first dilute acid solution into their brain or hot water, and it never did completely work.
Could someone like you be stopped? Could you be helped?
No, I was dead set on going with this compulsion. It was the only thing that gave me any satisfaction.
He became so warped by his evil impulses that he even took a victim's head with him to work at the Ambrosia chocolate factory.
I kept the mummified head and skull of one of the victims in a carrying case in my locker at work.
Were you almost flaunting it?
Yes, but that's how strong the compulsion was. That's how bizarre the desire was. I wanted to keep something of the person with me.
Jeffrey Dahmer exhibited some disturbing behavior early on. He began drinking heavily as a teenager, dropped out of college, was arrested for indecent
drinking. That's when it started. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to use this alcohol probably once a week. I can say at the most, nah, once every 2 weeks at the most. You know what I'm saying? And you're not supposed to get heavily intoxicated. You know what I'm saying? 7 shots max of this shit. Because once you start overdoing it, that's when you can tell somebody's having some mental issues and they trying to run away from their mental issues. Once you start overdoing alcohol, that's when you can tell somebody's having some mental issues. Like seriously, bro. Seriously.
Exposure, disorderly conduct, and fondling a 13-year-old boy. Tragically, one of his murder victims would be that boy's brother.
Do you know what started it? Was there any kind of incident that you can remember?
To this day, I don't know what started it. And the person to blame is sitting right across from you. That's the only person. Not parents, not society, not pornography. I mean, those are just excuses.
His macabre 13-year crime spree finally ended when this man, Tracy Edwards, brought the police to the infamous apartment. Like the others, he had gone there with the promise of money.
He was listening to my heart because at a point he told me he was going to eat my heart at that point. I hit him and I ran.
What was the turning point for you that made you suddenly realize that you had done something terribly wrong, something you should be sorry for?
It was the night of the arrest. I have no memory of what happened during the 6 hours before the last victim ran out of the apartment. I heard a knock on the door, and the police were there with the last victim. They asked me where the key was to the handcuffs. My mind was in a haze. I sort of pointed to the bedroom, and that's where they found the pictures. And they yelled, "Cuff him." And I was handcuffed. And it was just the realization that there was no point in trying to hide my actions anymore. The best route was to help the police identify all the victims and just make a complete confession.
When it was revealed that most of the victims were black or homosexual, people in Milwaukee were incensed.
Most of the victims were black or homo.
Many felt that was why he went after them and why the police didn't seem to care when their families reported them missing.
10 of your 17 victims were black. Were they racially motivated?
It was
crimes?
not racially motivated. It was not sexual preference. It was just to find an obsession with the best-looking young man I could find.
While you just
So he said black people. He thinks black people look better. He thinks black people usually look better than white people. That's what he said. That's what he said. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? He said it. He basically saying that he think more black people look better than white people. So that's why he targeted more black people.
heard him say that his sexual preference had nothing to do with the killings. He has not come to terms with his homosexuality.
Never understood it. There was no use trying to fight it because I couldn't rid myself of it. It was too powerful and persistent.
Do you dislike it?
Yes, it's caused a lot of problems for me. A lot of conflicts and unanswered questions.
The conflicts remain with him, and so do his compulsions. But in prison, he finally cannot act on his savage desires.
If you were out on the street now, would you still be committing the crimes?
Probably. If this hadn't happened, there's no doubt I probably would be. I can't think of anything that would have stopped me.
Well, he would have been caught already because most people got like trackers on their phones and cars and shit. Back in the day in the 90s, nigga, you could get away from that shit because they didn't really have trackers and shit. But if he was still doing that shit to this day, people would eventually find him. But yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I'm saying? Part of that community. He liked men. He needed help. Straight up, bro. And he took his desire to a whole new level. I mean, it is not even about like him being gay. It's like it's people that's straight that have like crazy desires like that. You know what I'm saying? But being gay did not help his case. You know what I'm saying? But it's your boy TWEEZY. This shit is too easy, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, follow my socials. We out of here, nigga.